Charlotte under the lights. Pittsburgh and Carolina, final tune-up before the real bullets fly. Bank of America Stadium becomes a weighing scale, not a fireworks show. Tonight is about clean reps, controlled exposure, and the quiet math of field position. Preseason truth. Caution wins minutes, and minutes crush totals. Quarterbacks first, Pittsburgh. Mason Rudolph thrives when the first read is declared and the pocket stays civil. Expect quick outs, slants, and rhythm play action when protection holds. The danger comes when he's walked off his spot and the ball arrives late outside the numbers. Skylar Thompson changes the launch point with boots and rollouts, stressing flats and forced defenders, but the directive is the same. Protect the football, shorten the game, turn long fields into 3 instead of 0. Now, Carolina. Jack Plummer brings size and intermediate touch, but last week's tape showed drives dying on decisions, not arm. With primary starters in bubble wrap, the call sheet leans conservative. Early handoffs, high percentage swings, and built-in throwaways when the window isn't clean. If Bryce Perkins mixes in, expect movement reads and half-field concepts that reduce risk and drain seconds. The emphasis is evaluation without injury, rhythm without recklessness. Game texture. A field position grinder. Early down runs on both sides, modest fourth down aggression, and punt teams that treat midfield like a toll booth. That formula throttles explosive rate and forces 8 to 10 play marches that stall on one penalty or a negative run. Pittsburgh's depth profile's steadier in sequencing, and reliable kicking turns fringe drives into points. Carolina's defense can stiffen between the 20s, but the offense still projects methodical, not explosive. Tempo matters. Expect huddles, cadence checks, and milked play clocks. Defenses can live with underneath completions, so long as safeties stay high and edge contain holds. In the low red, look for bootlegs and high-low reads, not hero balls through tight seams. Field goals multiply, punts repeat, and the scoreboard walks instead of runs. Preseason math rewards patience. The clock is our ally. Hidden Game Lens says expected points per drive dips when early downs default to runs. Quarterback air yards shrink, and fourth downs are kicked. Each of those levers appears tonight. Long fields, conservative fringe decisions, and situational subs trade variance for control. Lower variance favors unders, especially when quarterback rooms prioritize ball security. And today's AI pick is under 36.5. Will we cash or will we burn? Krista, take game 2.
East Rutherford under a velvet sky. New England and New York close the curtain on August, not with fireworks, but with choices. This is where depth decides field position, and field position decides everything. MetLife Stadium, joint practices in the rear view, one last rehearsal before the ledger gets real, under bright primetime lights. Patriots. Drake may get a brief cameo or sit all together before Dobbs and Wooldridge take over. Then the script turns to Joshua Dobbs and Ben Wooldridge. Dobbs can steal first downs with cadence and timing when the call sheet cooperates. Wooldridge is building the resume, not forcing it. That rotation lowers air yards, raises the punt rate, and asks the defense and special teams to shoulder the gradient. It's steady, but it's not explosive. Quarterbacks next, Giants. Russell Wilson sets the tone with structure. Then Jackson Dart brings the live arm and the audacity of a draft night promise. Jameis Winston gives you veteran processing and shots on schedule. Tommy DeVito is the closer who plays like a contract is on the line. 4 quarters, 4 credible looks. The drop-off never arrives, and that matters when second units hit the field and the hash marks get sticky. Game texture favors New York. The Giants pass at a higher rate in the middle quarters, tilt the chains with slants and crossers, and turn fringe drives into 3. The Patriots lean on a measured pace, more runs on early downs, and a conservative fourth down profile once May sits. Add it up, and you get a field position edge to blue, a red zone edge to experience, and a scoreboard that bends rather than breaks. Watch the hidden margins. Kick coverage and return discipline have leaned New York's way, shaving yards off each exchange. Their field goal range is a step longer, turning stalled marches into points. In the trenches, protection stability for the Giants' twos lets crossers and seams hit on time. New England's twos are more comfortable playing long field and punting the matchup. Fine on tape, but costly against a roster that keeps the throttle steady. Hidden game lens, expected points per drive stacks with continuity at quarterback and reliable kicking at the fringe. New York owns both tonight. The longer this stays on schedule, the more small wins become big separation. And today's AI pick is Giants, 6.5. Will we cash or will we burn? Lilith, take the recap.
The lights are hot, the tape is honest, and the ledger is open. You came for clarity, not noise, so here is the clean recap before the coin flips. Game 1 is Charlotte, a dress rehearsal wrapped in caution. We take the under 36.5 because both sidelines choose evaluation over fireworks, and evaluation drains minutes. Pittsburgh's rotation stays inside the rails with quick game, controlled boots, and a punt when the read is muddy. Carolina's offense is a metronome that still misses notes, prioritizing safe throws, early handoffs, and throwaways over risk. That combination slashes explosive rate, stretches 8-play marches, and leaves more drives finishing in punts or conservative field goal tries. Charlotte fits that script, so the ceiling lowers and the clock becomes our ally. Game 2 is East Rutherford, where the math shifts but the principle remains. We take Giants -6.5 because continuity at quarterback protects expected points per drive across 4 quarters. Russell Wilson starts the rhythm, Jackson Dart brings surge, Jameis Winston supplies veteran processing, and Tommy DeVito closes like a man auditioning in overtime. New England may give Drake May a brief cameo, but the arc tilts to Joshua Dobbs and Ben Wooldridge, and the ceiling drops. Field position tilts blue when pass rate and situational kicks align with a deeper room. Expect punts to matter, kick coverage to save hidden yards, and discipline to be the difference between 3 and none. If both games stay on schedule, the Charlotte tempo keeps the total under the wire, and the Giants sequencing bends the night their way. If chaos intrudes through short fields, busted returns, or penalty chains, respect variance. But remember, the most likely path is still method over mayhem. The backdoor exists, and we price it, but we still lay it with blue. That is the slate, under 36.5 in Charlotte. Giants -6.5 in East Rutherford. 2 picks, 1 principle, do not fight the structure when the structure is the story. Like and subscribe if you ride with the method. Drop your line and your lean below. We grade against the number you freeze, the way it should be. Will we cash or will we burn? The board does not care, but the math remembers. Alte Weisheit. Wer langsam geht, kommt auch ans Ziel. Old wisdom for betters. Move with patience, arrive with profit, and protect your bankroll through every season.